Okay, so if you guys remember the previous video about Batman I made, I replaced the arms and the gauntlets, and I put everything onto this custom Batman that I've had for quite some time. But the thing is, the arms don't really match with this torso. You can see the torso is noticeably lighter. The cape kinda hides it a little bit because it kinda throws like a shadow over the entire thing. But if you compare here, this gray is just a lot closer to how it's on here. So I just picked up another one of these original Arkham Asylum McFarlane Batman figures, and I have decided to do this process all over again with the torso and the cape and the cowl and whatnot. So I am gonna start with heating up this entire thing so I can hopefully get this rubber neck piece off intact this time, because last time I just ended up cutting it off. Luckily had an extra of these capes, and maybe the installation of the cape will be easier if this entire section is complete. So I will now start heating him up. Okay, so much better luck this time. I just pulled everything up, and as you can see, the cowl piece is coming off somewhat cleanly, and now I need to get like this part off. There we go. And now separate these two bits here. I think I need to heat it up a little bit more. Okay, so we have the upper torso here, and we have the cowl and neck piece. And this time I managed to keep this part complete. And as you can see, it just slides down like so. And I have my cape here, but first we're gonna disassemble this figure here. So off with the head. Actually, I don't even know why I did that. That made absolutely no sense whatsoever. So off with the arms. So remember that this is the left arm. Off with the other arm. And now we heat up this body and we just pull everything off. So torso heated up, and it's really hot right now, so we can just pull everything off, and then we put it onto this torso here like so, and boom. It's really hot. And as you can see, it's still not like a 100% match, but it looks considerably closer than this original torso. You can see just how much lighter this one is in comparison. This one has a little bit more of that like bluish gray, and this one is more like a flat light gray. So we'll put the arms back on like so. Yeah, that's a lot closer. And then we do the same for... And the reason why I bother with this cap at all is I could technically do it without it, and I'll even get slightly more movement, but the gap that's showing is a little bit distracting, I think. So having the cap here just hides everything a little bit better. And the reason for starters why I have this cap at all is because this original cap is too thick, so it doesn't let the arms from this is the Flashpoint arms, it doesn't really let it connect securely. It kinda connects, but it's actually it's not as secure as this is. But I wonder if I like grind down here a little bit. How much thicker is this one? Yeah, so it's not that much thicker. So maybe if I just grind this down here a little bit, I can get a secure connection in here. I think we'll try that. So, according to my, my rough estimate, I have now sanded down everything here a little bit, and according to my, like, base idea, this should work. Let's see. it didn't really click, but why is it not clicking? It didn't click, but it still sits there really tightly. Like, not as tight as this, but why? I think it's because these bit, like, it slightly goes in a little bit here. So it doesn't really matter if I think I would have to, like, sand out these, like, the edge here, like, round it off, and then it's gonna be even better. Okay, now with the base body complete, there is one thing I want to do before we get to the meat and potatoes of it. So these ankles here, I don't like them at all. They're very heavily ratcheted, and there's not much in between. Like you see there, and then it's up here. And I much prefer, like, regular kind of basic ankles like this, that just kind of, you can put them in any direction and they'll just stay like that. So I have these, I obviously have these two spare joints. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the joints from this guy, just give it a pull, and as you can see, these holes are way too big. So I will fill them up with hot glue, and then I'm gonna drill a hole into here and into the foot, and then I'll just reassemble everything like that. And if you're curious, this is what the foot looks like, and you can see again the hole is way too big. Okay, so we've installed the new ankles, and as you can see, no annoying ratchet joints, and he is a lot easier to just stand up because it doesn't really matter what kind of surface, you can keep his feet flat. So now we're gonna do, like, the main thing, and that is to put this cape on. And the way the cape is made is that it actually has already a hole cut out here, and I didn't quite realize that for the other one, so yeah, that's good to know. So we just have this here, we line it up with the cowl piece, and we push it down. I feel like this is too much. Like, I want it to be further back, like around, like, probably like as far back as I can, to be honest. And then we just push this down, and now we'll see if the middle lines up, and it does. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna keep holding this here, and we're gonna put some super glue into the top like so. I was gonna put some on the cape, and this is so that the cape doesn't slide around. And now we just wait for this to dry. So here we go, my hopefully final Batman figure. And to break it down again, this is a pretty heavily kit-bashed Arkham Batman. So it's the McFarlane Arkham Asylum upper torso with the lower legs and the Arkham City gauntlets, along with the Flashpoint Batman's arms and the three Joker's legs, because they're just a lot thicker and more proportionate to this body. And then the Arkham Knight head and a custom posable cape from eBay. So this is probably as perfect of a Batman as I can probably do. And I'm fine with that. The Arkhamverse Batman is my favorite iteration of the character, and he means quite a lot to me in general. So very happy to have him finally completed. I think he looks phenomenal. And I hope you enjoyed watching this little video. So, on a bit of an unrelated note, I have these two figures here for sale on my eBay, along with this custom Killer Croc figure, and this Studio Series Optimus figure, Keyleth from Vox Machina, and my old custom DC Direct Arkham City Riddler. So if you're in the mood to pick them up, they're available now, and they're available until next week on eBay. So I'll put a link in the description, and if you want any of them, happy bidding.
It's done. Gotham is safe. Goodbye, Jim.